From your weather authority, here's KLST Chief Meteorologist Chris Boone, sponsored by Schleicher County Medical Center.
We saw quiet conditions across much of the state of Texas, but doesn't mean everywhere in the world is quiet. In fact, we're actually seeing a hurricane, in fact, a strong hurricane, Lydia. This is actually seeing winds of 140 miles per hour, Category 4. This is on the other side of Mexico, out into the Pacific, but it's bringing that moisture in towards the state of Texas. As a result, we have seen that increased cloud coverage, not seeing any of the rain with it. Most of that getting dried out over the mountains as it makes its way further towards the north. Have seen some showers in towards South Texas, and again, if we do pick up the chance for 1 or 2 stray showers, better chances in towards the southeastern and southern parts. Otherwise, some showers out in towards New Mexico as well as in towards the Big Bend region. Fairly dry conditions. We have seen that increased cloud coverage throughout the day, and that's basically all we've been seeing. Most of the activity on the satellite and radar has been that cloud coverage. Nothing significant for the radar to talk about. Again, seeing that increased clouds. As we went through the day, we saw more and more of that cirrus clouds kind of rolling in from the south and west. And then just in the past couple of hours, really seeing more of those lower level clouds, some of those cumulus clouds. So a mix of cumulus and cirrus clouds out there, working to keep those temperatures a bit on the cooler side. And I saw it for those afternoon highs only getting into the low 80s compared to the mid 80s that we saw yesterday. It did keep our overnight lows on the warmer side, kind of brings in that spread of those temperatures from the afternoon highs to those overnight lows. So again, that increased cloud coverage is going to hang with us for the next couple of hours. Through the overnight hours, we'll start to see a little bit of a breakup as we get in towards tomorrow. 78 degrees right now in downtown San Angelo, dew points into the low 60s, and those winds have picked up just in the past hour out of the south at 13 miles per hour. For the most part, we've seen about 10 to 15 miles per hour. I have seen a couple of gusts up to 20 miles per hour across parts of the Concho Valley. Into the 70s for most of us, still hanging on to a couple of 80s, 81 degrees in Robert Lee, 80 in Ballinger. Everyone else sitting into those 70s, 77 for Mason, 76 in Menard, and 75 degrees right now in Big Lake. So most of us sitting into those mid to upper 70s. And as we go into the overnight hours, well, we're only going to drop another 10 to 15 degrees. Getting that cloud coverage, keeping temperatures a bit on the warmer side. So into the mid 60s we go. And then we'll start to see that cloud coverage break up. We'll start off your Wednesday with those increased clouds, cloudy conditions. That starts to break up as you get in towards the late morning, early afternoon. As a result, we'll start to see those temperatures climb up as well. Getting into the upper 80s, I think we'll top out here in San Angelo at 88 degrees. So we'll time out the breaking up of that cloud coverage, kind of going through the morning time frame, still looking at those mostly cloudy skies. By about lunchtime, that's when everything kind of pushes off towards the east. We'll be looking at mostly clear skies going in through the afternoon hours. Still could see 1 or 2 kind of pop-up clouds into the southern parts of the Concho Valley, but with that increase, the decrease in the cloud coverage, we start to see the temperatures increasing back into the 80s. We go upper 80s for us on Wednesday. By Thursday, could see a return back to the 90s. And the good news is we're only just visiting. It's just going to be in the 90s for a quick minute, because as we go in towards Friday, our next cold front poised to make its arrival into the state. That's going to cool those temperatures back down into the 80s. So much cooler conditions kind of as we work our way in towards the weekend. And a weekend, it's going to shape up pretty nicely just in time for the eclipse. Breezy conditions the next couple of days. We see that cold front make its arrival Friday. That's going to usher in a little bit of the cool down. Temperatures into the 70s and 80s for next week.